The shocking archaeological discovery in Egypt has changed the course of human history. Ancient mysteries have always been a puzzle for modern humans. They continue to captivate public interest, perhaps because no one can fully explain how or why these mysteries still exist. Particularly in Egypt, the ancient and mysterious land, archaeologists have made many unique and fascinating discoveries, from the mysteries of millennia-old mummies to ancient animal fossils and even perplexing artifacts. All these discoveries clearly show that Egypt is an incredibly enigmatic land, rich with the distant past of humanity, and it needs to be explored further in the future. In this video, let's explore the archaeological discoveries in Egypt to further support the assumptions mentioned earlier. The priceless treasure in a 4,500-year-old tomb. On April 23, 2024, archaeologists announced that they had discovered an ancient Egyptian tomb dating back over 4,000 years in the Saqqara cemetery, located about 20 miles south of Cairo. The tomb, carved into the rock, opens up valuable insights into the history of the area. This discovery was confirmed by Egypt's Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities through close collaboration between Egyptian and Japanese archaeologists. According to Nozomu Kawai, head of the Japanese research team, the tomb dates from approximately 2649 to 2150 BCE during the Third Dynasty. Remarkably, the tomb contained a variety of artifacts and tombs from different historical periods, ranging from the Second Dynasty, 2890 to 2686 BCE, to the 18th Dynasty, 1500 to 1295 BCE. This provides invaluable information about ancient Egyptian burial rituals, beliefs, and daily life. One of the other impressive discoveries was the skeleton of a person buried with a vibrantly colored mask. Additionally, the tomb also contained a coffin from the 18th dynasty, which housed a perfectly preserved alabaster jar. 2 terracotta statues were also found depicting the goddess Isis, a symbol of motherhood and protection in ancient Egyptian religion, and Harpocrates, the god of children during the Ptolemaic period. Along with these statues, the archaeologists discovered a stone slab engraved with the name of a man named Heroides, along with various amulets and ostraca. Saqqara, part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, contains many pyramids, including the famous Great Pyramid of Giza, as well as smaller pyramids in Abu Sir, Dashur, and Abu Ruwaish. This new discovery at Saqqara further adds to the continuous flow of significant archaeological discoveries in Egypt, where the mysteries of the ancient civilization are slowly being uncovered. Recent excavations in areas like Saqqara and Luxor have led to a series of valuable discoveries that help shed light on the history, culture, and religion of ancient Egypt, increasing the global significance of the country in the field of archaeology. Could this be a mysterious place always hiding secrets that modern humans may have to rewrite the history of humankind? The mummy of the screaming woman. Recently, archaeologists unveiled a shocking discovery related to an ancient Egyptian mummy known as the Screaming Woman. The mummy was found in Deir el-Bahari, near Luxor, Egypt, in 1935, during excavations of the tomb of Senenmut, a famous architect and official in the reign of Queen Hatshepsut. What makes this woman particularly intriguing, despite not being recorded in Egyptian history, is the painful expression on her face and her mouth agape, which likely indicates a death filled with agony. The mummy was remarkably well preserved, thanks to an exceptional embalming technique using expensive materials. Researchers used a CT scan to investigate and discovered that all of her internal organs remained intact, which is rare because, in typical ancient Egyptian mummification, the organs were removed except for the heart. This suggests that a unique preservation method was used, unlike other mummies. The scientists also found traces of juniper and frankincense resin, which are luxury products that may have been imported from the Eastern Mediterranean and East Africa to protect the body from decomposition. Regarding her death, studies show signs of post-mortem muscle contraction, which occurs when muscles tighten just before death, causing the body to stiffen. This could be a result of a sudden or painful death, such as from an attack, suicide, or drowning. The agonizing expression with her mouth open might suggest she died in extreme pain, as if screaming in despair. Researchers also noted that this is a rare and special case in the study of mummies. In addition to biological factors, archaeologists also discovered interesting details about the woman's mummification, such as a black wig made from date palm fibers and naturally dyed hair using henna and juniper. Scarab rings, symbols of protection and good luck in ancient Egyptian culture, were also found with the mummy. Although the exact cause of death cannot be determined, 2D and 3D images from the CT scans have helped scientists better understand her condition. The tomb of the daughter of an ancient Egyptian governor. A significant archaeological discovery has recently been made in Egypt, where archaeologists uncovered a 4,000-year-old tomb belonging to Idi, the daughter of a local governor who lived during the Middle Kingdom period. The tomb contains 2 nested coffins, a highly rare and impressive find. The discovery of these intact coffins not only proves their excellent preservation over thousands of years, but also provides complex inscriptions on the surface, helping us better understand how the ancient Egyptians viewed the afterlife. The woman named Idi lived during the reign of Pharaoh Senwosret Furi, around 1961 to 1917 BC, one of the prominent kings of the Middle Kingdom. She was the daughter of Jefahapi, the governor of the province of Ashut, a wealthy and powerful area at the time. Idi was certainly part of the elite class in ancient Egyptian society. However, although her tomb was plundered in antiquity, the remains of her skeleton were preserved and have provided valuable information. Researchers have determined that Idi may have died before the age of 40, and the artifacts found with her skeleton reveal that she had a congenital foot deformity, shedding light on both the biological and social aspects of her life. The larger coffin measures about 2.6 meters long, while the smaller one is 2.3 meters long. Both were finely crafted and have remained intact to this day. Additionally, archaeologists discovered the remains of the coffin lid along with small wooden statues, one of which portrays a standing woman, likely representing Idi herself. This provides insight into the burial items the ancient Egyptians used to honor and protect the deceased in their journey to the afterlife. Hieroglyphs on the coffin refer to Idi as the woman of the house, a title that reflects her respected role within her family and community. According to Egyptologist Wolfram Grajecki, the coffin and associated artifacts from Idi's tomb are among the most important discoveries, helping us better understand the beliefs, customs, and daily life of the ancient Egyptians. Ashut, where Idi's tomb was found, is a region rich in important archaeological sites that have been excavated for over 130 years. A treasure over 3,000 years old in a cemetery. In Al-Gara, located 270 kilometers south of Cairo, archaeologists have discovered an ancient Egyptian cemetery dating back over 3,000 years, yielding incredibly valuable insights into the ancient civilization. This cemetery, which dates to the New Kingdom period, around 1580 to 1077 BC, was recently excavated, shedding light on the people who lived in this region, including leaders, senior officials, and priests of ancient Egypt. Among the notable finds, archaeologists uncovered several wooden coffins containing mummies from about 3,000 years ago, including a particularly remarkable one that is decorated and inscribed with the name Tadi Essa, the daughter of a high-ranking priest. This suggests the importance of her family in ancient Egyptian society. Tadi Essa may have been the daughter of a priest who worshipped the god Jehuti, also known as Thoth, an important deity in Egyptian mythology believed to have invented writing. Priests of Jehuti played a significant role in ancient Egyptian culture, and this god was often depicted as a heron or baboon. In addition to Tadi Essa's coffin, archaeologists also found another tomb containing the mummy of a woman named Nani, described as the singer of the god Jehuti. This indicates a close connection among the followers of Jehuti within the community. Other artifacts discovered in the tombs include canopic jars used to store internal organs during the mummification process, as well as funerary statues called uhabdas, placed in the tombs to assist the soul of the deceased on its journey to the afterlife. Additionally, a remarkable find was a 12 to 15 meter long papyrus scroll, well preserved, containing excerpts from the Book of the Dead, a religious text meant to help the deceased overcome challenges in the afterlife. This area, identified as belonging to the 15th nome of ancient Egypt, has been excavated since 1925. However, due to past looting, the Egyptian Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities has had to carry out rescue excavations since the early 2000s. The ancient 1,300-meter tunnel. Under the Taposiris Magna temple area, west of Alexandria, Egyptian archaeologists have discovered a mysterious carved tunnel. This massive tunnel, described as a geometric marvel, is over 1,300 meters long. This site is also being studied in the search for the lost tomb of the famous Queen Cleopatra. During the excavation, they also found several ceramic jars beneath the mud layers and a rectangular limestone block. Additionally, 2 gypsum statue fragments were discovered near the temple, one of which dates back to the Ptolemaic period. Part of the tunnel is submerged in water, reinforcing the hypothesis that the foundation of the Taposiris Magna temple is also underwater. At least 23 earthquakes struck the Egyptian coast between 320 and 1303 AD, which may explain the temple's partial collapse and submersion. The architectural design of the newly discovered tunnel resembles the magnificent Eupalinos tunnel on the Greek island of Samos, considered one of the most important technical achievements of ancient Greece and Rome. Taposiris Magna, meaning the Great Tomb of Osiris, is an ancient city founded by Pharaoh Ptolemy II around 280 to 270 BC. The temple in Taposiris Magna was dedicated to Osiris, whom the Greek rulers in Egypt worshipped. For the past 14 years, Martinez has led excavations at Taposiris Magna. Discoveries during this time have led her to become increasingly convinced that she is near the lost tomb of Queen Cleopatra VII and her lover, Mark Antony. Special mummies found in over 30 ancient tombs. On June 28, 2024, a major archaeological excavation in Aswan, the ancient city along the Nile River in Egypt, uncovered more than 30 ancient tombs, providing valuable insights into the lives and deaths of residents from the Greek-Roman period. These tombs date from the late Greek period, around 332 BCE, to the end of the Roman era, around 395 CE. This discovery is one of the most significant, helping archaeologists reconstruct the history of the bustling port city, a meeting point between North Africa and the tropical region. According to researchers, these tombs were built in multiple layers on a hill near the tomb of Aga Khan III. The tombs are divided by social class, with clear differences in layout and decoration. The highest tombs at the top of the hill were for the elite, while the middle class was buried in the lower levels. The tombs were built over a span of 900 years, from the 6th century BCE to the 2nd or 3rd century CE, covering both the Ptolemaic and Roman dynasties. Among the newly discovered tombs, archaeologists found artifacts such as coffins, papyrus, recycled cloth or papyrus materials, and clay vessels decorated with grapevine patterns, reflecting the richness and diversity of burial goods. Another remarkable finding was that many families were buried together, including parents and children. Analysis showed that a significant number of the mummies were children under the age of 2, suggesting that an epidemic or infectious disease may have heavily affected the region at the time. One particularly notable discovery involved 2 mummies thought to be a mother and child, but DNA analysis and X-ray scans revealed they were actually siblings buried with their parents. Further research into the cause of death for those in these tombs shows that anemia and infectious diseases like tuberculosis were the main causes of death, even among the elite. Doctors and researchers at Aswan University Hospital have collaborated on deeper analyses, including X-rays and CT scans, to clarify the pathological causes that may have led to the deaths of entire families in the area. Currently, the research team has mapped out at least 300 tombs within the 20,000 square meter cemetery, hoping to continue uncovering clues about how people lived, died, and how diseases affected ancient Egyptians during the Greek-Roman period. This discovery not only offers a deeper understanding of ancient Egyptian history, but also opens up new opportunities for research into medicine and diseases that may have devastated the community at that time. 16-meter papyrus scroll in a 2,000-year-old coffin. In 2023, archaeologists in Saqqara, Egypt, discovered an ancient papyrus scroll over 2,000 years old, found in a coffin near the southern area of the Step Pyramid of Djoser. This is a significant discovery that opens a window into ancient Egyptian burial traditions and religious beliefs. The scroll contains texts from the Book of the Dead, a collection of spells and rituals that the ancient Egyptians believed would help the deceased navigate the underworld and achieve eternal life. This is the first complete scroll to be found in Saqqara in over 100 years, according to Dr. Mostafa Waziri, Secretary General of the Supreme Council of Antiquities. The scroll is about 16 meters long, well preserved, and is currently being translated into Arabic. Experts believe it dates from around 712 BCE to 332 BCE, a period between the Ptolemaic dynasties. The Book of the Dead not only guided the deceased, but also provided magical spells and rituals to help them overcome challenges in the afterlife. These texts could also be used during religious ceremonies by the living to help them navigate earthly challenges. The tomb was discovered in Saqqara, one of Egypt's most famous archaeological areas, which was the burial site for pharaohs and ancient Egyptian aristocracy. The step pyramid of Djoser, where the scroll was found, is Egypt's first pyramid, built under Pharaoh Djoser around 2630 BCE. This discovery highlights the importance of Saqqara as a cultural and religious heritage site for ancient Egypt. Statue of a Sphinx with a unique face. On March 8, 2023, archaeologists working in southern Egypt discovered a Sphinx statue with unique facial features, including a slight smile and dimples. This discovery occurred during the excavation of an ancient temple near Dendera, about 54 kilometers north of Luxor. According to the Egyptian Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities, this statue may depict the Roman Emperor Claudius, although experts need more time and research to confirm this information. The excavation was led by Professor Mamdouh El-Damadi, former Egyptian Minister of Antiquities and currently a professor at Ain Shams University. His team compared the face of the statue with surviving descriptions of Emperor Claudius and found it to be the best match. The statue, intricately crafted from limestone, features a slight smile and distinctive details like dimples, showcasing the finesse of ancient Egyptian sculpture. Traces of yellow and red paint on the face suggest the statue was once painted. A particularly interesting detail is that the statue was found in a basin in the Temple of Horus, a temple dedicated to the falcon-headed god, known for rituals related to the sky and rebirth. This raises questions about why the statue was placed there, as it dates from about 500 years after Claudius's reign. Additionally, beneath the statue, the team found a Roman stele with hieroglyphic and demotic inscriptions, which are awaiting translation. Some experts have expressed doubts about whether the statue truly represents Emperor Claudius. Eric Varner, associate professor of art history at Emory University, said that from the published photos, he could not confirm whether the statue resembled Claudius. 50 mummies found in an ancient Egyptian tomb. On February 2, 2019, in the Tuna El-Gabal area, located about 340 kilometers south of Cairo, archaeologists uncovered an ancient tomb containing approximately 50 mummies, including 12 children. While the identities of those buried remain unknown, experts believe this tomb belonged to an upper-class family, likely from the Ptolemaic period, which began in 305 BCE. The tomb was constructed underground, with the mummies buried at a depth of 9 meters. Each mummy was wrapped in linen, a typical practice of ancient Egyptians in the mummification process. Some of the mummies were placed in stone or wooden coffins, indicating the grandeur and meticulousness of the burial rituals. This further supports the theory that the tomb is that of an upper-class family, with significant power and wealth. One of the notable discoveries in this tomb was the skulls wrapped in linen, which made a strong impression on the archaeologists. This not only reflects the careful nature of the burial rituals, but also serves as evidence of the sophisticated mummification techniques used by ancient Egyptians. Many of the mummies are nearly intact, providing scientists with the opportunity to study the burial practices as well as the living habits of people from this era. As you can see, recent archaeological discoveries in Egypt have provided invaluable insights into this ancient, great civilization. From grand tombs and nearly intact mummies to exquisite artifacts, these findings not only illuminate the religious practices and daily life of ancient Egyptians, but also open doors to understanding their social structure, art, and science. These discoveries continue to attract global attention and serve as an endless source of inspiration for researchers and history enthusiasts. So, what about you? Which discovery has impressed you the most? Let us know by commenting below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to not miss other fascinating discoveries. Until then, goodbye and see you next time.